Hello friends, today we are going to start chapter number 14, India, Location, Geological Structure and Physiography part 2, lecture number 1. Friends, as you can see, this is the part 2 of your geography part, continuing from chapter number 13, that was the first part of India, Location, Geological Structure and Physiography. When we studied chapter number 13, friends, we discussed about the location of India. We are continuing this chapter from where it ended, chapter number 13, as this is the second part of the chapter. Friends, in chapter number 13, we discussed about location and geological structure. Both these things, location and geological structure, was discussed in chapter number 13. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the third part of this chapter, that is the physiography of India. Friends, when we discussed in the 13th chapter, we discussed about the location of India. Friends, we discussed that India is located in the Asian continent. It is located in the south of Asia. Friends, we also discussed that we know that there are imaginary lines present on the globe of the earth that are known as latitude and longitudes, and as per latitudinal and longitudinal, our India is located at 8 degree 4 minutes north latitude to 32 degree 8 minutes north latitude. If we talk about longitudinal way, 68 degree 7 minutes to 97 degree 25 minutes east longitude, India is located. Friends, we also discussed that at 82 degree 30 minutes east longitude, a standard of meridian is passing from India, which is considered as the local time of India. IST, Indian Standard Time, is decided on the basis of the standard meridian of India. This standard meridian of India passes from the 5 states of India. Friends, we also discussed that at 23 degree 5 minutes, that is on the north latitude, Tropic of Cancer passes from India, which almost divides India into two parts. The above part of the Tropic of Cancer is North India, and the below part of Tropic of Cancer is South India. Friends, we discussed about each and every part. We discussed that area-wise, India is having 32.8 lakh square kilometer area. India stands on the 7th position in the world in terms of area. We discussed that different countries like Russia, Canada, USA, China, Brazil, Australia, these countries stand further than India according to area wise. Friends, after that we also discussed about the geological structure, in which we discussed how the structure of the earth is created. The crust of the earth floats on the semi-liquid rock of asthenosphere. After that, when due to the thermal currents present in the interior of the earth, as the radioactive heat is present, this pressure due to heat moves upward and due to it breaks into big pieces that converted into big plates. We discussed that there are total 7 plates. Pacific plate, North American plate, South American plate, Eurasian plate, African plate, Indo-Australian plate and Antarctic plate. These are the 7 big plates that were formed millions of years ago. We also discussed about the movement of these plates, divergent and convergent, and the transform plates are there. The plates that are diverged from each other, that moves away from each other, that are known as divergent plates. Some plates, they came near towards each other, they moved towards each other, they were known as convergent plates. And some plates, they collide each other, they were known as transform plates. Friends, we discussed that it was due to these movements of plates that lots of faults and folds took place, due to which oceans and mountains were formed, due to which the physiography of India was formed. These movements of earth affected the physiography of India. So today, friends, we will start learning from the physiography of India. So let us start about understanding about the physiography. Physiography of India. Let us start understanding about physiography of India. Friends, when we are talking about the physiography of India, the structure of the earth surface, that is, we can say the structure of the earth surface, that is the landforms that contains mountains, plateaus, plains, islands, etc. is called physiography. What is physiography, friends? Here it is said, the structure of the earth's surface. The structure of the earth's surface in the form of mountain region, plateau region, उच्च प्रदेश जिसे कहते हैं, plateau region, plain region, एकदम plain होता है. The plain region, islands you all know, covered by water from all the sides. Mountain region, plateau region, plain region, island area, these all landforms that are the present on the earth's surface, that is known as, that is called the physiography. On the basis of physiography, India has divided the following. India has divided into the following. Has divided into the following. physiographic regions. On the basis of physiography, India has divided into following physiographic regions. First is northern mountain region. Second, northern plain region, that is northern plains. If we talk about the third one, peninsular plateaus. Peninsular plateau. Fourth is coastal plains, and the fifth one is the archipelagos, that is the islands we can say. So friends, here on the basis of physiography, Indian physiography has been divided into these different regions. Northern mountain region means at the north side the mountain region that is present. Northern plain region, North Indian plain region, then the peninsular plateau of India, coastal plain regions, and the archipelago, that is the islands. So friends, after understanding the division of the physiographical region, now let us understand in this chapter we are going to learn about all these physiographical in detail, that is the northern mountain region, northern plain region, peninsular plateaus, coastal plains, and the archipelagos. That is, we are going to learn all these in detail in this chapter. Let us start right now with the northern mountain region now. Friends, let us start with the first one, that is northern mountain region. Let us start with northern mountain or mountainous region. If we start, let us understand that the mountain range extending from North India to East India. The mountain range that is extending from North India to East India is called the northern mountainous range. It is known as northern mountainous range of India, we can say. The mountain range that is extending from North India to East India, from North India to East India, when the whole mountain range, that is the mountain range you might have seen, the mountain range that is passing from North India to East India, that is called the northern mountain range of India. Then the Himalayan The Himalayan mountain range, also known as Himalayan mountain system, also known as Himalayan mountain system, is a part of northern mountainous range. We all know about the Himalayas, friends. Here it is said the whole Himalayan mountain range, or also known as Himalayan mountain system, is also a part of this northern mountainous range. Is a part of northern mountainous range. The mountain range is in arc shape. Friends, you might be aware it is in the form of arc shape, right? The mountain range is in the form of arc shape and its width ranges between, and its width ranges between 240 kilometers to 320 kilometers. 240 kilometers to 320 kilometers. Friends, here it is said that Himalaya is not a single mountain. Himalaya is not a single mountain, but it is a chain of many mountain ranges. Friends, here it is said, first of all, let us understand the previous point. The mountain range is in arc shape. Arc shape means this shape is in the form of arc shape, and its width rises between 240 kilometers to 320 kilometers. Himalaya is not a single mountain, but it is a chain of many mountain ranges. Many mountains ranges are present here. Himalayas starts from Afghanistan. Himalaya starts from Afghanistan, moves eastwards and it moves eastward and reach Myanmar, and it reached Myanmar via Pakistan, India, Nepal, and Bhutan. It has more span in Tibet. Friends, Himalaya starts from Afghanistan, then it moves in the east direction. Starts from Afghanistan, moving towards eastward and reach Myanmar via Pakistan, India, Nepal, and Bhutan. The more span of this Himalayan mountain is in the Tibet. Pamir Knot lies at the junction of Himalayas. Pamir Knot lies at the junction of Himalayas, Tian Shan and other mountains. Here it is said that the Pamir Knot, Pamir Knot lies at the junction of Himalayas, Tian Shan and other mountains. Himalayas are spread over 2400 kilometers. Himalayas are spread over 2400 kilometers from Sindhu River in the west to Brahmaputra River in the east. They form a very important. These Himalayas form a very important natural vegetation of India. These Himalayas are spread over 2400 kilometers from Sindhu in the west to Brahmaputra in the east. These form the best natural vegetation for the people of India. These mountain ranges or regions experiences very heavy rainfall. It experiences very heavy rainfall and forests have developed, and due to that reason dense forests have developed here. Hence, we can say roads and railways have not developed much in these regions. Friends, as this is the region where heavy rainfall is there, due to heavy rainfall, this is the region where dense forest is created. Natural vegetation is experiencing maximum amount, and as dense forests are there, over here we can see the less development of roadways and railways. So friends, this was the information about northern mountainous region. We'll continue learning about the physiography of India in our next lecture. Thank you.